to the Lewis Twins channel. Today we're going to be telling you all the books that are on our winter TBR list. So we're going to be talking about like Christmas books. So if you want to see all of the books you want to read, then keep on watching. One of the first books we want to be reading is going to be The Christmas Orphan Club. Brianna said she saw somebody at work reading this book and we just had to pick it up because she texted me and was like, someone's reading The Christmas Orphans Club, and I was like, immediately went to Amazon and was like, okay, we have to get this book. It just is like, seems like such a cute, heartwarming book for Christmas. Like this book to me is like the epitome of Christmas, like family, friendships that are family, you know, just being together, longing to be together, and then of course something is gonna happen. So the book is about the two main characters, Hannah and Finn. They've been friends since college and they decided to move to New York City. They're kind of estranged from their parents for different reasons. Hannah's estranged from her parents because they died, so I guess that's not really estranged from them, but she doesn't have them. And then Finn's parents disowned him when he came out, so they decided to move to New York City together, which is so cute. Like you and your best friend are moving to New York City. I don't know, that's already screaming Christmas time. They met two other people there, Priya and Theo, and I think that's so cute. Like you have like a cute little clique in New York City. But then it all comes crashing down, which is sad when Finn moves to LA. He has to move to LA, so then now they're like trying to cope with those feelings that their friend is going to be leaving for LA, and they're gonna be essentially breaking up the group, and this is like their last Christmas together. So yeah, it's just like a lot of different emotions with it. This is their chosen family. They didn't really have family, like biological family, so then they made this family for themselves, and then now it's being split up. I think it sounds like a nice, heartwarming tale for the Christmas time and winter time. I don't know, just that feeling of family, and I'm really excited to know what happens between them, like if they stay friends, if he even moves to LA, just all the things. Like I'm really excited to get into this one. Another Christmas book I want to talk about is The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. And currently I'm in the middle of reading this and I love this book. This book is super good. It's very attention grabbing and I definitely like the plot. It's giving very much Hallmark movie Christmas small town vibes. So I'm definitely excited to finish this book, but I'll tell you what this book is about. So basically the setting is this very small town in Mary, Connecticut, and they had just been hit by a very late season hurricane and the town is like completely flooded. The town manager, Noah Yates, literally had to like go on like kayaks or canoes or whatever, help save like the people that lived in Mary. So the town is completely destroyed, and the problem with this is that they have this like huge Christmas festival that's supposed to last all December long, and it like really brings in tourists and it brings like a lot of revenue in for the city. So like kind of without this Christmas festival, like Mary who? Like, so the town manager, Noah Yates, is kind of like, I really don't know what to do. But then there's this woman named Catalina King, and she's like a reality TV show host. She's just a very powerful woman, and she actually had helped save Mary in the past before, because as I was saying, she's a reality TV show host, but specifically it's like fixing like homes and towns that have been destroyed, and she's like been to Mary before and she had helped like another family before, so she's like very familiar with the town. But the reason Noah Yates doesn't want her to come and help, because he's just not into the glitz and the glam of reality TV. He thinks that she's like would just be wanting to profit off of the suffering of the citizens and like make like a TV show about it. She's determined, I want to help. Like they're gonna lose a lot of money. They can't put on this Christmas festival without me. It's a lot of back and forth between them. It's giving very much enemies to lovers. And this is literally what the back of the book says. So I'm gonna read it because I think it may be a little bit spicy. It says, Kat is used to being underestimated, but Noah has an uncanny knack for getting under her skin. They can't be in the same room together without rubbing each other the wrong way, except for that time in a dark alley where the rubbing was just right. When I read that part, immediately, The Christmas Fix, You're Coming With Me. So I'm just excited to read this, and it's super good as I was saying so far, so I'm just excited to finish it. So the next Christmas book that we want to be reading is A Very Merry Bromance by Lisa K. Adams. And we got this book when we went to Virginia. I'll put the vlog on here or in the cards. It was when we went for my mom's birthday. It was like the second episode of Vlogmas, so if you want to go check that out, please do. We would love for you to check it out and see what we did. This book is about about this country music singer named Colton Wheeler, and he's with this girl named Gretchen Wintrope, and he really likes her, and I think that she's kind of like, like, we're just dating for the here and now. Specifically on the back, it literally says love him and leave him. So he doesn't really know like what to do with his music, and he was saying he has this support from this book club, and I don't know, I just think that's kind of random that he's in this book club, but they were saying like it's Christmas time and he's in this book club, and that since he doesn't know what to do with his music, he was just gonna like kind of feel bad for himself in a way. And then Gretchen is an attorney, and she just doesn't really like her job, I guess, during Christmas time. So then like her wealthy family like gives her a call, and they're like, hey, do you want to let her help the community in like some sort of way, which I don't know what that is because they don't say on the back. And then she was like, sure, but she has to try to convince Bolton to become the face of her family's whiskey brand. But then like he said, yeah, I'll do it, like if you go on like some dates with me, which like kind of seems very weird. Like I don't know if like a boy was like, yeah, I'll do something for you, but like you have to like date me. Like I'd be like, no. So basically, the book club helps him try to make Gretchen see that they do have chemistry. Because I did get it wrong at the beginning. I just realized they're not dating. So I was like totally confused. They're not dating. He likes her. She's saying, and then now he's trying to be like, we'll go on these dates with me and I'll prove to you that we are a perfect match. And then at the end, it says both Gretchen and Colton will both need to overcome the ghosts of Christmas past to build a future together. Now I want to know what ghosts they have in their past. And I also want to know, like, does she end up falling for him, or is he just kind of creepy and like it just doesn't go anywhere? Like I'm really excited to try this one and like, figure out what the heck is even going on. This is our next book. I did want to get into some more diverse reads, so when I saw this I was like, I have to pick it up. It's called You Make It Feel Like Christmas by, I hope I say her last name right, by Toni Shiloh. And she's a Black author, and then they're like Black characters. I've actually read this book already, and I give it an 8 out of 10. Like it was pretty short, so I think like it could have been a little bit longer to develop the plot better, but other than that I think it's super good. But this is not cheating because Brittany hasn't read it, so it's technically still on our TBR list because she hasn't read it. It's about the main character, Star Lewis, and she's in this big family. She has like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 siblings. They live in DC and she lives in New York City, and she just got laid off from her job. So she was kind of like, this is like kind of embarrassing, like I have to go home. Like she's trying to keep it a secret. She doesn't want everybody to know. And on top of losing her job, she actually has to go home, not only for the holidays, but to attend her sister's wedding, who's marrying her ex-boyfriend. I'm gonna say that again. She's going home to attend her sister's wedding, who's marrying her ex-boyfriend. Like if my sister did that to me, that would literally feel like one of like the ultimate betrayals. Like that's kind of just like, I feel like that's just a line you don't cross. So like Star's also kind of feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the fact that her sister is marrying her ex, and she's expecting her to like be holly and jolly over the moon about this wedding, and she was like, I'm not really, because like again, that was my boyfriend and we were dating. She's kind of uncomfortable with the whole thing, but she's like, I'll just go, it's the holidays, it's my sister's wedding. So when she gets there, it starts during Thanksgiving, so it's a little bit before Christmas. She meets her brother's best friend, Waylon Emerson, and she realized, this is what the back of the book says, that maybe coming home for Christmas isn't so bad after all, because she's kind of like, when she sees Waylon, he's kind of like the guy she kind of needs in this time. Like he's understanding, he is supportive of her and like her dreams and like different things she wants to do. But the fact of her maybe going back to New York City at the end of this holiday season is kind of like weighing on her and like weighing on what she wants to do with the potential relationship with Waylon, because she likes Waylon, but she also has a life in New York City. So I think this was a super good, fun Hallmark Christmas movie. I just wish we got more of it, because it was like, again, as I was saying, it was super cute. It was giving very much Christmas. Like Waylon like worked in a Christmas store. It's like you really couldn't get much more Hallmark threw up on the book than what Toni Shiloh presented to us, and I just really liked this book for the holiday season. And it was like a super cozy read. I remember like many of nights me reading it in my, or like many of nights, it's like 2 nights, how short this is, me reading the book with like my tea and then just under the blanket, like with like Christmas music in the background, just being like, like what is Star gonna do next. So you should pick this up if you want a diverse Christmas read. The next Christmas book we want to be reading is called A Holly Jolly Ever After by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. That's so cool. There's literally like 2 authors. The main character in the book is named Caleb, and he is the funny one. I guess is like a trope, like, you know how someone's like, oh, you're like the funny one of the group, which normally is not a good thing. I mean, it's good to be funny, but you know they're like, oh, they're just the funny one, like they have nothing else to offer. So apparently he was like the lesser known one. He was in this band called Ink, so he like enjoyed his fame and everything, and then he moved back home to open up this pizza shop called Slice Baby, and like it says he's living his best dad bod life, hooking up with bridesmaids at all of his friends' weddings. This literally just gets crazy. I'm literally just reading this right now. Like one of his sex tapes gets leaked and it goes viral. So then he's like, so since this happened, like I want to be in the spotlight again, and I want people to like, they're already looking at me, so like they might as well continue to keep looking at me. So then he stars in the Sexy Santa biopic for the Hope Channel. Like this is I just feel like I have to like read this specifically just because like I feel like I can't put this into my own words. But then on the other hand, there's the other character named Winnie Baker, and she's like perfect. Like she did everything right. She's married. She didn't really get into like the childhood acting and all of that, and she's like now like a famous actress. So then like her life starts to fall apart, like her perfect life, you know that always happens, like you have like a perfect life, the character does, and then like all of a sudden it just goes to like mess. So then now she's like, okay, now I need to figure out who I am now that I don't have this perfect life. So then she decides to be a part of this Christmas movie with Caleb, like the sexy Christmas movie. She decides to be a part of that, even though she's like never done that kind of thing in her life before. Since this is like a sexy Santa movie, she's like, I don't know how to portray what I'm feeling, if you get what I'm trying to say. So then she was like, she needs to study for research purposes. So then that's when the dude of the story comes in, obviously. But apparently he's like had a teenage crush on Winnie, so like then that just sparks up again. And they also said that Winnie may also be catching feelings for him as well. So this literally just seems really interesting. One, that I don't know, they're like opposites attract, that's literally what the book said, and I'm like, yeah, I guess they do, but like I'm excited to see like how this like unfolds, like with her using him for research for this Santa biopic movie. I don't know, this literally just seems crazy to me and interesting, and I'm excited to read it. That's going to be the end of our TBR book list. Let us know if you've read any of these books or if you're planning on reading any of these books in the comments. And if you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video. And we'll see you tomorrow with a brand new episode of Vlogmas. Bye! Hey!